Yo, 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 what's up, guys? All right, let me just alert the Discord quick that I'm live. Hold on one second, guys. All right, so what is going on? Top-down analysis, guys. Let's go real quick. So obviously we had this massive gap down from the Friday close to the Sunday open. And I think personally, guys, the drawn liquidity is likely going to be these lows right here. London lows from the 13th of January. And then I think we'll probably go down to these lows that formed on the 19th of November. Ultimately, I want to see a trade into this daily fair value gap right here. And then I want to see the market potentially trade into this new week opening gap. And then I want to see it go higher. A lot of people are expecting the market to collapse today. Yo, what's up, Kay? Good morning. So what often happens, guys, so actually one of my really good friends from home, interesting. So we just got a pretty good looking 1 minute inverse or a 5 minute inverse to the downside. But I don't know, it's kind of a tough spot to be in, guys. It's also basically the first setup of the week after Trump's tariff situation. So again, I've explained to the Discord, I'm going to be super, super cautious with what I take today, or what I take this week in general. So yeah. Yo, what's up? Wait, did I say Kay? Good morning. Yo, what's up, Sean? Good morning, guys. Good morning to everyone in the stream. Um, got a few new members this week, I think, too. I think it was Pepe It Up and somebody called Ajani. So I appreciate you guys joining. Okay, so you guys just saw your Tom posted in here, Bloody Day. Your Tom is one of my best friends from real life in the reality, not the virtual world. And he said to me today that he is going to go all in on Nvidia if it drops to 105. So let me show you guys something real quick, okay? Let me pull something up for you. Let's look at Nvidia really quickly, guys, before we start day trading. Okay, I'm going to explain to you guys something wild. This stock is trading at 100 and... So I was actually calling this on X, and I called this, I think, in the Discord as well. But we just traded through sell-side liquidity. Look at all this other sell-side liquidity we have on this stock. We have sell-side at 100, we have sell-side at 97, sell-side at 90, and ultimate sell-side at 75. He wants to go all in on this stock when the company is worth, well, now it's less than $3 trillion, but close to $3 trillion. Who is going all in on a company when it's worth $3 trillion? Please enlighten me. You're much better off waiting for a heavier discount, at minimum 20 to 30%. Just getting to 30%, you'd have to wait for 104. Oh, he wanted to go in at all in at 105. Okay, so 33% discount, or actually it's 31%. But I would wait, honestly, until a 40% personally. But totally up to you guys what you do. All right, now that I'm done talking smack. All right, Sean, plus 150. That's nice. Good. Warriors for Yeshua, what's up, bro? Good morning. Okay, so we just filled a portion of this new week opening gap. I do like the idea of this coming down here. Again, am I going to take the first setup of the day? No, especially with the tariffs going on with Trump. I want to see something A+. Personally, I would rather wait for the market to dump down here, and that's where I would ultimately look for a reversal setup. But we'll see what we get here. I think there's going to be a lot of manipulation this morning. At least that's what I envision happening. So not trying to take just immediately anything. We could go up and rebalance any part of this new week opening gap before going lower. So has anyone else taken anything this morning, or maybe in the London or Asia session, depending on where you guys are at. You wrecked yourself, just added 10%. Well, I'm pairing the discount with the sell side liquidity, Mr. Yotam. So from all-time highs at 105, you're looking at a 30.98. Not terrible, but I would prefer to see sell side liquidity get rated, and that involves going below $90.69 for me. Well, it's up to you, bro. Okay, so do I see anything A+? So there technically was an A+ setup here. Okay, we did sweep buy-side liquidity right here. And we did get a 1-minute inverse. Stop to break even would be at this low. So technically, you would have to move your stop, and you haven't gotten stopped out yet. So if you're in this short, I definitely would suggest holding it, because it's possible that this delivers us further down. But we'll see. Yotam, I'd love to, but that's not going to happen. All right, Yotam, do you know how many times in NVIDIA's history we have seen over like 60% dumps in the stock? What makes you think, just because NVIDIA is bullish right now, that it's not going to happen again? Look at this collapse that we had in 2021. 68% decline in the stock. Look at this decline that we had in whenever. 56%, 57% decline in 2018. Bet you there's an even bigger one here. Look at this. 85% decline in 2007. So what makes you think, if NVIDIA has 60 to 80% declines in the past, what makes you think that it's not going to drop 60%? Guys, the best thing you can do is look at the history of a stock and see what it's done in the past. If it's done it in the past, it's very likely that it's going to do it again in the future. Just because we're in an ultra bullish phase of the market for chips does not mean that history is not going to repeat itself. And none of those, the only event there that was a black swan, there really even wasn't one, so. So yeah, guys, unfortunately, some people have zero patience, and they just want instant gratification and instant dopamine fixes. Yotam is like the definition of that. He's working on it, but he's like the definition, so. Yes, you have to wait. Sometimes it can be a long time, but who knows? Maybe it could be 6 months. Maybe it could be a year. Maybe it could be 2. But you're only going to make money, guys, if you add things at the best spots. All right, so we just traded back into this 1-minute fair value gap. If you guys are looking for a 2022 model short, I mean, could you take this? Yes. Not my cup of tea personally. I want to see another area of... I want to see buy side get rated again, guys. Because look at this new week opening gap that we formed, okay? I want to tell you guys how important it is to take an A+ setup, as always. But this massive gap we formed, we're not even filled 50% of the gap. From here to here, 50% is up here, right? So what could easily happen is they try and induce traders short, and then they end up going up to fill 50%, and then they reject. Too many what ifs for me to be taking shorts right now, personally. So really quick, guys, let's look at the rest of the market. What else is performing right now? Sprouts Farmers Market's up 1%. My favorite grocery store. Celsius dropping. Everything is dropping today. Let me look at general. VIX is up 16%. Pep it up. Yo, welcome, bro. I just saw you join the Discord. I'm glad to have you, bro. Tesla's down 5%. Wow. Riot down 5%. Nike down 3%, 4%. Okay, guys. So I told you guys, if you're in the Discord, you've already read this, I'm sure, in the economic calendar section. But this week, guys, I am going to be extremely cautious. Extremely, extremely cautious. We have this whole Trump situation going on. Okay, I posted this in the Discord, but we have a whole Trump situation going on. We have Canada and Mexico potentially putting tariffs onto the U.S., which is going to be a huge deal as far as like market volatility. We have PMI this morning at 10, which is about to happen. Later in the week, we have JOLTS job openings. We have non-farm employment change, the services PMI. We have a more on unemployment claims. We got NFP Friday. So there's going to be a pretty big week of movement. So I'm going to be super cautious. One trade max a day, and it has to be an A plus setup. Was this A plus technically? But again, it's the first setup of the day, and the reason I wouldn't say that it's A plus plus is because we haven't even balanced a good portion of this new week opening gap. I want to see further moves higher before it declines. So could this drive us down? Yes, but I want to be super patient. Pepe it up. Happy to join the community, though if I try, then I go in full force. 100%, bro. Again, guys, if the community is something that gives you value and you like what you see, then you guys can stay in it. But also, like, you don't need a Discord to make money, obviously. You guys can learn everything about ICT for free on YouTube. It's more so to be in a community. Again, I will only start live day trading twice a week in that Discord. Later, I think when I get to 1,300 subs, which was coming fast. So for those of you guys who are in the Discord and are paying, you're going to get at minimum 2 days a week exclusively trading there. And then the other 3 days for now, I'm going to trade on YouTube. And then maybe at like 2,000 subs, I'll move it fully to the Discord. But at minimum, I want to give you guys some exclusive days, like the most important days in the market. I'll trade exclusively in the Discord so that you guys are getting even more value there than just the call outs and then the long-term ads. So again, guys, for those of you who just got here or haven't been here since the beginning of the stream, ultimately, if we're going to the daily chart on NQ, my draws on liquidity are these lows and then this daily fair value gap. I want to see us trade into this and then go higher. So my bias for the next few days is going to be bearish. We do have this volume imbalance here, so I'll label this from high to low. Label it volume imbalance. So I want to see the market drive into this. I'll label this with a black line here. 1 second, guys. Where's a regular line? Oh, we're in the trend line already. So maybe what happens is we trade into the volume imbalance and then we get a setup that also pairs with that 50% level I was talking about. Also, the 50% of the volume imbalance is up here, so maybe we get that and then go down. We'll have to see what we get. Has anyone else taken a trade today? No, the drop was too unsure for me. So there's a lot of new week opening gaps here. You guys can see, again, if you are just new to the stream and you don't know what a new week opening gap is, it's the gap that forms in the market between Sunday open, Friday close and Sunday open. So there's a gap that forms in the market, and this indicator, new week opening gap and new day opening gap by Kryptonite, allows you to automatically draw them for you. So I use those. They're like kind of like support and resistance for the market. You can see that yesterday with the gap down, we ended up bouncing from a new week opening gap. And there was actually a pretty decent setup. I think it was on the 5-minute. Let me check. Yeah, I think there was an SMT between ES here. Let me check. Yeah, so if you guys look here, ES made a lower low and NQ made a higher low. And we had a nice 5-minute IFEG here. So this looked like really good, and you could have targeted this high and this high. And then ultimately the new week opening gap here. And you can see we got a clean delivery all the way up. So that was a great setup. I really like that. Yeah, Tom says Tesla getting creamed. Is Tesla getting wrecked, guys? 6.4%. Wow. I'm going to start selling puts on Tesla pretty soon. We're going to the bottom of this kind of like pennant or whatever you want to call it, bull flag. So maybe what happens here, guys, is we end up sweeping sell side liquidity. So a lot of people have their stop loss below this low on Tesla. Right? The Tesla low is at 374, give or take. What is it at? 373 and 4 cents. So what the market makers like to do, again, guys, is stop people out of their positions and then bring them higher. So maybe we get that low and then we get a push up afterwards. So once we get to this level, I'm going to put an alert down, and I will post in the Discord when I start selling puts on Tesla. Maybe I'll sell the 300 puts or the 315 puts. There is a small possibility, guys, that we end up coming back to this fair value gap. If that happens, then I will be going all in on Tesla again. But if we get to this 309 to 270 fair value gap, that would be great. But we do have this fair value gap right here that I think we're ultimately balancing to take out sell side, right? Sell side liquidity. And then maybe filling this to go higher afterwards. So once we get below the sell side, again, guys, I will alert in the Discord. Okay, so we did just get a sweep of sell side. Maybe this will be where I look for a intraday long. But again, I don't see anything A+, guys. So you see how we swept this low, right? This is the low that formed in London and then the low that formed in the New York session. So are there perfect equal highs here? No. So I'm looking for a potential 1-minute inverse here, but do I see anything A+ in this leg? Hell no, it does not look good. Yotam has a lot of cash on the sidelines, and he's waiting to put it into the market. Good, he's good. It's good that he wants to put his money to work. So one thing I will note to you guys, okay? Whoa, what just happened? So on Friday, we formed a bunch of equal highs up here. Not a bunch, but a really important set of equal highs. I think ultimately these are going to hit. We left also very important equal highs up here on Friday. So ultimately, I have a lot of confidence that we're going to go up in the markets. We also have this buy-side liquidity here in blue that comes from this internal high that formed on December 25th. So I'm looking for something, guys, but I'd love to see all this liquidity get swept first, a trade into the daily fair value gap, and then the move higher. That's what I'm really looking for. So I'm going to remove the new week opening gaps for now because I know they can be kind of confusing on the chart. There is a tiny 1-minute FEG here, guys, but is this A+ enough for me to take? No. Pepe, that's my plan for the week. For today, I think we're probably going to go up a little bit higher here. I think this buy side is going to get swept. If this 1-minute inverse is to the upside, I'm going to look for a trade back up to the volume imbalance. So I'll take this with 1 NQ, guys, because I don't think it's 100% A+, but I think it's still good nonetheless. So I'll take it up to buy side if we can close above it. And then I'll use it to go back up to buy side liquidity. It's not going to be my full 3 NQ contract size trade. Interesting. The 5-minute chart. Oh no. What was I looking at? Yeah, so if we can get a close above this 1-minute bearish PD array, this is going to be this is a PD array that's holding down price. So if we can take it out and close above it, I'll look for a trade back up to buy side. That's the only thing I'm really looking at right now. I hope we don't get it though, because it's not the best trade ever. I'd rather see us go down. Also, guys, if you end up looking at the charts and you see any perfect equal lows anywhere that I miss, let me know, because those are also key. So like right here, you can see that this candle swept this low, so that's not an equal low. Those are imperfect. Here, there's no perfect equal lows, nothing, 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 nothing. Yeah, no equal lows anywhere. So we do have this 15-minute bullish fair value gap right here. Maybe this acts as support to bring us back up to the volume imbalance. Thinking that might not be half bad. Fears, good morning. Oh, yeah, the market is looking scary for sure. It's not deterring me from taking a setup, guys, but again, because of the whole situation with Trump and all the news this week, we're going to be super cautious and only take one setup. So I really want it to be a good setup. I've explained already, guys, that this 1-minute fair value gap is holding down price right now. If we are able to close back above it, then I will look for a long up to buy side liquidity. My stop will go to break even when this high hits, and I'll just let it run. I'll take half the position off at this high if we do it with micros. If I do it with NQ, I'm doing it with one contract. We'll decide when to get there. And then I'll hold runners up to maybe 50% of the volume imbalance or something. We'll see. Or I might just take off the full position to just get a clean start to the week. Fears, did you take anything this morning, bro? Yeah, I put on this hat because my hair looks like a rat's nest, probably. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Ferrari hat. I've not taken any trades. Haven't seen anything really good. Yeah, and me neither, bro. There was a pretty decent 1-minute IFEG to the downside, but didn't tickle my fancy enough. Especially because it was the first inverse of the day to the start of a super volatile week. Again, guys, the number one thing, if you're new to this channel, the number one thing I'm trying to teach you guys is discipline. And if you guys are just gonna, if you know that this week is gonna be hectic, like I explained in the Discord, and you're taking the first setup you see in the New York session on the first day of the week of a extremely volatile week, most of the time it's going to cause you to lose. So yeah, Nvidia had a huge drop. Tesla also with a big drop, 7%. We're about to hit sell side. So once this gets swept, guys, I will probably look to sell a put on Tesla. So we'll see what we get, but I think that's going to be a nice area to start selling puts. Trying to look to see if there's any obvious... So once this 15-minute gets closed below, guys, which happens in a minute... Wow, all these alerts, jeez. Once the 15-minute closes below, guys, that's going to be a signal to me that the market is wanting to head down. So there is the close right there. And where would I be looking to target now? I mean, I would love to see the London low, but I'd like to at minimum see maybe the order block get targeted here, the high of the order block, then maybe the low of the order block, somewhere in this general area. But if we can somehow miraculously get a push above this 1 minute fair value gap, guys, I'll look for a long setup. Very difficult to be taking shorts down here. But you guys see what I'm talking about now? So I'm always looking at the higher time frames to see what the market, what hints is the market giving me. There's a 15-minute fair value gap. I don't know why it labeled like this, but it's right here. So we had a very strong down close candle and the body of the candle closed below the 15. That tells me that the market is shifting from a bullish pattern to likely a bearish pattern. And so if we were able to, for example, test the high of the 15, there might be a good short setup that forms from here. Now, we are in heavy discount. Okay, we have a volume imbalance up here. We have a new week opening gap that hasn't filled. So is it A plus to be taking shorts down here? No. If you want to try it and you're super confident, by all means. But I'm just telling you, this is kind of a suspect spot to be looking for shorts. But it's still, regardless, I'm always tape reading. I'm always seeing how the market behaves. And if it gives me hints that we're going down, then we can potentially take a setup if it's good enough. But so far, I don't think this is good enough. But we did get a 15-minute close below, so this signifies to me we're probably going to get downside moves. So we'll see what happens if we get a retrace here. Ultimately, this 1 minute fair value gap from this point will then be the PD array that we want price to reject from. Right? Because now that we've shifted bearish, we want to see us trade into this and then go down further. Ideally. One day in the Discord and instant confidence. Well, I hope it gives you confidence, but again, guys, just because you're in a Discord, you shouldn't have this unwavering sense of confidence. You should still be willing to take the trades without the Discord in the back of your mind, right? But it's definitely, I think it's a good support system to have. You guys can ask questions, do whatever in there. And again, I told you guys, once we hit 1,300 subs, which we're getting close, then I will be exclusively trading 2 days a week in there because it's only fair for the people that are paying for the Discord. And then once we hit 2,000 subs, it'll be exclusively in the Discord. But of course, there are going to be certain days of the week where I will trade live on YouTube, maybe like once a week on a Friday. We'll see. Application for Minister of Finance is out. Pepe it up, I'm down, bro. We need a Minister of Finance in there. All right, so again, guys, I'm looking for hopefully a trade into here, and then maybe we get some kind of a really nice IFEG to the downside. Again, we're in heavy discount, so is it A plus? No, but I think ultimately this low is likely coming right here. And then the order block and all this consolidation, we're probably going to trade into it. But we'll see. Again, guys, none of this is A plus, so. So, Pepe it up, you're going to be the Nancy Pelosi of the Discord, huh? Or do you want inside trading details? Do you want someone to give you insider trades? Or are you going to give the insider trades? Okay, so again, another set of sell side here. This order block I think is going to get destroyed probably. But yeah, there was a decent IFEG up top here. And you can see that it's delivering all the way down. Right, we swept internal buy side right here. And then we got a inverse. But by the time this closed, we're all the way down here. So is it A+? No, not really. And then once this low got swept, I would have moved my stop to break even. And then you can see that the candle would have stopped you out for break even here. So nothing you can do about that, guys. Nothing. A+. Again, I've told you guys this so many times, but if you're looking for an entertainment channel, this is not the channel for you. If you're looking for something that's going to educate you and teach you discipline, then this is the channel. Sometimes I will go an entire stream without taking a trade because there's nothing that I deem as 100% confident with. I also don't want you guys who are new, who are like, I prefer you guys don't take my call outs, right? I prefer that you have the confidence to do this on your own. But for the NPCs that just click a button when I click a button, I don't want to be clicking buttons when it's not an A+ setup and have you lose money. So, nah, I would give them because of my position, but I want to be a trader, so no, so non-binary on my site. What the hell, Pepe? I didn't understand one word from that last thing you just said. Not one word. So guys, another thing is, so one other thing I'm actually going to tell you guys now. I deleted it, I think. Deleted the thumbnail. But this week, for the new people who have no idea what ICT is or what my setup is or even what futures are, I am starting every Wednesday. I'm going to be releasing, big push up here. Okay, so here's the trade into that 1 minute fair value gap I was telling you guys about. If we close above this, I think that's a pretty good long. I'm not going to be taking this big green candle like this, even though I don't know what's being said here, but this high is most likely going to hit now and potentially this buy side. I'm not just going to take this inducement candle though. Sorry guys. If we get a slow grind up and we close above this 1 minute, I think this will be a decent long. Stop loss will be a close back below on the 1 and then take profit at buy side. But we'll see. So what I was saying is this week I'm releasing Minister of Finance. I can give intel, trading, coin flip, yes, no. But I'm a dude and won't my gender. Yeah, sorry guys. We have strict DEI requirements for hiring positions in the Discord. So okay, I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, guys, but just know that if you're a straight white male, you're not getting in. That's it. Super strong DEI requirements here. This isn't Twitch or whatever, or what's the new one? Rumble. I can't say certain things on this. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, guys. But Pepe it up. If you're a straight white male, bro, I'm sorry, but you don't meet the DEI requirements, so. So you guys can see here we got the 1 minute close above, and this high is very likely to hit now. Again, am I taking this? No, but it did look pretty decent. We also missed a bunch of sell side liquidity. We missed the order block that I was looking for, so this is just like a random pump. Right? I really, guys, want to see the sell side get swept, so I think everything you're seeing here is probably inducement, but I could be wrong. So we just got a sweep of buy side. Right here, we traded into the 1 minute fair value gap. So maybe this is a spot that rejects us. Again, guys, none of this is A+. Super interesting place to pump, too. I don't know why we pumped from right here. We didn't even sweep this low. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys, when I say that this type of a day is going to be manipulated. Like, Where are we pumping from here? Okay, there's internal buy side. Wow, we didn't even get a chance to enter. Look at this. I was saying if we got a 1 minute close above this fair value gap that I would look for a long with 1 NQ. Didn't even get a chance. Crazy. So if anybody took this 1 minute fair value gap, congrats to you. I did not, but you can see that it delivered us all the way up to buy side. Whew. Crazy. So what I was saying, guys, is there's not really any delivery from anything. We do have this 3 minute order block here, but we also have an order block here. We have an order block here, an order block here, an order block here. So we don't know where this is going to bounce from. So anyone that's taking this 1 minute IFVG long, I mean, congrats, right? But where is the... There's too many what ifs here. So I can't take this. Like, this is not A+. I want to see a delivery from somewhere important. There's a 5 minute order block, but there's another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. So where are we going to bounce from? I have no idea. Okay? Anyone that's telling you that they know that this is going to be this bounce is a lunatic. They don't know. They're a liar. So from here, I have no idea, guys. Again, none of this is A+. Yes, this is definitely a gamble play. The IFEG looks great, don't get me wrong, but on a day like today, guys, I want to see delivery from a important level. And like everything I see here to the left of the chart, nothing is important enough for me to justify this massive move. This could completely be inducement, meaning like trying to get people to go long and then rejecting the market again. Maybe if we bounced off of midnight, then possibly. Atish, pump is due to the news. What news? Mexico's president, good call with Trump. Of course. Okay, so another thing, guys. I'm not on Twitter right now, but when Trump is president of the United States, the market behaves unlike any other president. I don't know if you guys were around for the last time Trump was president, but when Trump randomly tweets something or randomly posts something, or there's a random news on X about something to do with what he says, the market will move on a dime. And it will be big pumps or it'll be big dumps. And so this is an example of that. The market is not moving from anywhere and we're getting these random pumps. So, yeah. You guys have to be even more cautious with this presidency, because there will just be times when the market just starts moving for no reason because of something that he says. Atish, thank you for the heads up, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, so guys, we're trading again now into this volume imbalance. Yep, Tristan, that's right. Trump pump, that's right. So there was a volume imbalance here, but now it's getting filled. So the volume imbalance is now up here. Tristan, guys, did anyone else take a pump from Trump? Hold on. I wouldn't take a pump from Trump. All right, so I don't know, guys. Honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen from here. This is not a good place to be trading. Random pumps from Trump. What the hell is that? Pepe it up. What emojicon is that? Guys, I wish I could tell you something different. I wish I could tell you this is an A+ setup. This is not A+. Nothing you are seeing here is A+. This is all like discovery mode in the market. Sus emoji. Oh, okay. So I'm going to delete this 50% because it's constantly changing. This is all discovery mode, guys. I'm sorry. None of this is not a good place to be taking longs or shorts. Nobody has any idea. I'm telling you right now what's happening here. Nobody. This is complete garbage. Like, we're not delivering from anything. This is a random wick forming at some point in this wick on the daily. We don't know where the volume imbalance is forming. We don't know how much of the new week opening gap is going to get filled. Right? This is the new week opening gap that formed for a Sunday's trading. Nobody has any clue what's going to happen here. Just telling you guys right now. Any person, unless they have some crazy, they have enigma in the markets, any person that's telling you they know what's going to happen here has lost their minds. So I'm actually deleting this volume imbalance for now. Pepe it up. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. I am not afraid to admit, guys, when I have no idea what's going to happen in the markets. This is a point in the markets where I am clueless on what's going to happen here. I think, if gun to my head, if I had to force something, I think we're probably going to come up and fill this new week opening gap. So all this empty space up here. But, I mean, this is not a good spot. So I don't know what's going to happen. The only thing I'm looking for right now, guys, the thing that's going to... Here's what's... Okay. So again, I tell you guys all the time, wait for something so good that it is undeniable that it's going to work. Right now, for me, ultimately on the week, my draw is bearish. I want to see all these lows get swept right here. I explained to you guys again. So like on the daily and the 4 hour, this low right here, which I'll redraw for you guys, but this low, and ultimately the daily fair value gap, right? What's a fair value gap? For those of you guys who don't know, again, 3 candles, 1, 2, 3. The wick of the first, the wick of the third, draw it out in time. This is where I want the market to trade into. Once we get here, I'm looking for big volume, big trade long. So I'm going to be trading with size here. Until that happens, guys, there could be some crazy manipulation to get there. But we'll have to see. If we end up trading above this, the body of this candle right here, this red one, I think we're probably going to go up to the equal highs first before coming down. But we'll see. Tristan, I know what it's going to do. It will go up, go down, or maybe chop sideways. Tristan, guys. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to... Tristan, are you part of the Discord? I don't even know. But I think I'm going to give Tristan a lifetime free membership for him to post about these crystal ball fortune teller posts that he has, because you guys can know he knows right now it could go up, go down, or chop. So if you guys want a private channel for Tristan in the Discord, let me know. Tristan, I really appreciate your insight, bro. Really do. So guys, again, I'm not afraid to admit it. I have no idea what's going to happen here. This is like no man's land for me. So am I going to click buttons to impress you guys or to pretend that I know what's going on? Hell no. I've been doing this for too long and I've gone through too many emotions to ever subject myself to unnecessary risk. I think it's the dumbest thing you can do. And yeah, so that's it. I have no idea. We could easily come up and fill this whole new week opening gap, maybe come up to buy side before rejecting. But gun to my head, I think we'll probably go up and fill some more new week opening gaps here. But let me redraw the 50% of this gap again. 1 second, guys. Okay, so, oh, that's not it. We just missed 50%. So we'll probably go up to there. And then from there, who knows? Oh, what's my boy texting me? Oh shit. Sorry guys. Did you guys hear that? Uh-oh. Am I about to get canceled? Okay, so we just tapped the 50% of the new week opening gap. All right, thank God, Tristan. Whew, that was making me sweat. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube. Because even if no one's listening, I think they have they have transcription. And they'll wreck you if you play something that's not good. Wow, who knew this 1 minute for value gap was gonna work to the upside? Yo, Tom, I just played your video. You almost canceled me, bro. You almost got my channel banned. Because I played it and hopefully it didn't get recognized on the mic, whatever that first video you sent was, but you'd owe me reparations. Oh, my goodness, guys. So, remember I told you guys that if this 15-minute closes below, that we are potentially going to be bearish. And I also did say that it's not a good idea to be shorting when the market is so low. And you can see that it was a fake downside move, and we are pushing all the way up here. So, man, I am so curious to see if any other Furu ended up taking any setup today. If you guys see any gurus saying that they took this woman IFEG with full size on a cash account, I would unfollow them personally. I think that's the stupidest thing ever. But congrats to anyone that did take that. Because of the what ifs, would you say they are more of a gamble advisor than a trading mentor? Well, here's the thing, Pepe, okay? And this is something that's tough for a lot of people to admit. Trading, no matter what you do, actually everything in life is a gamble, okay? Stepping outside your front door in the morning is a gamble. You could get hit by a meteorite coming down from space, and it could enter your chest, right? But the odds of that happening are extremely slim. So I would say that everything in life is a calculated risk, okay? This was a calculated risk, but the risk was extremely high, in my opinion. So anyone that was advising you to take this 1 minute long was a very risky calculated risk advisor. Everything in life is a gamble in one way or another. But yes, I think that this was ultimately a risky setup. And the reason, guys, again, was that there was nothing we were delivering from. I will say Okay, I removed the new week opening gaps from the chart, but you can see on the 15-minute, we actually did deliver perfectly from this 15-minute new week opening gap. So, I mean, maybe it was a little better than I thought, but still, I wouldn't take this, guys. Even though it delivered from a new week opening gap, there's so much below us that we could have swept. So you can handle life better if you control your risk. Let's say you have good risk management. 100%. 100%. I put you on Trump. Twitter pump dumps. He did. Actually, guys, he did. He did. So Yotam, I don't know if you guys knew this about him. I haven't said this on the stream before, but he used to trade options. And he was trading when Trump was in office in 2018. And he told me, he was like, yeah, bro, when Trump starts talking or tweeting, the market just starts to go haywire for no reason. So he did put me on. That's true. Yotam was praying that Nvidia would dump more. So you guys see how what happens after you sweep sell-side liquidity? The market doesn't just go straight down. So, and I explained to you guys that my model works with every single stock. It's not just NQ. It works with everything, okay? Liquidity, or not my model, liquidity, which is a very obvious concept. A lot of people know it. But once liquidity gets swept, the market doesn't just go straight down. It tends to retrace, right? Everybody that was now short there needs to be some pain to short traders. So once liquidity gets swept, we often get reversals and then maybe continuations down. So we'll see what happens here, but I'd probably expect Nvidia to retrace up to like the 120s, maybe fill this little gap right here slightly, and then continue lower. We'll see. But for me, I'm not trying to predict Nvidia, but if we get to this area in Nvidia's stock price between 75 and 90, 69, guys, I'm going to go pretty heavy long, and I will call this in the Discord, obviously. Ooh, okay, big pump, continuation here. Is this potentially going to be a buy day, guys? To stop out everybody who's short? Definitely possible. Damn. So I'm going to label this wick right here. Would not be surprised, guys, if we fill this. What would be the target if they want to liquidate all the shorts? So let's think about it, Pepe. Wait, Pepe, are you asking about Nvidia? Oh, NQ. What would be the target if we wanted to liquidate all the shorts? So here's the target. If we go to the daily chart, guys, this low, this low, this low, and then ultimately the daily fair value gap, this is where fair value in the market is, in my opinion. So I'd want to see the market come down and sweep that and then go up. This will stop out all the long positions from these lows and then go up. But who knows? Maybe we'll get it from here. I don't know. Pepe it up. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily going to be a bearish sign. Hold on, let me move the equal highs here, guys, so you guys can see them on the chart. Not necessarily, Pepe, but if we sweep these and we get an A plus short setup, I will definitely take it. So, definitely what I would say, guys, so I'm much more confident on taking the longs in the market. You guys didn't know the market moves up 75% of the time. So if we were to sweep these lows before taking out these equal highs, my confidence in bullishness will skyrocket. But if we sweep these equal highs first, could we reverse down to sell side? Possibly, but I wouldn't be as confident in it. But again, if these do get swept and an A plus setup presents itself, maybe we sweep the daily high here. So this blue line comes from this daily high right here. If we get this and then a plus short setup, I will for sure take that. So we'll see what we get. But definitely, I'd be much more confident if these got swept first before the equal highs, because I know that these are very likely to hit, and if we sweep sell side first, then we should get some really good setups back up. Yeah, of course, Pepeira. So two things I would suggest for you guys. Number one, if you are not a profitable trader, okay? Number one thing, guys, wait for obvious liquidity to be swept. Okay, on the daily chart, the obvious liquidity is down here. Number two, go long, because the market moves up 75% of the time. So you are much better off going long than you are going short. So there is a bullish 1 minute fair value gap right here, guys. If this closes below, guys, my friends are trolling me. If your Tom's still in here, he's watching me open his text live and he's laughing at me on the group chat, in our group chat. Bro, my friends are just trolls. So in theory, guys, this 1 minute fair value gap should be used as support to go higher. So if we end up closing below this, I would not be surprised if this low and this low get swept and then ultimately this low. Wait, yo Tom, you saw it on the live screen? You saw it on my... Wait, what? Did you see the text message open live on YouTube? Okay, so guys, study what happens at this 1 minute fair value gap. If this closes below, this low is probably going to come next. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to try this if we end up getting it. We swept an internal high. We have a bullish 1 minute fair value gap here. If we close below, I'm going to try this short. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm gonna take this on a funded account, not a cash account. If we end up getting the close here, this will be my one trade for today, I think. Stop loss will be a 1 minute back above the fair value gap, and then my take profit on this will be right here at this 5 minute fair value gap. So let me delete this quick. So this is going to be what the trade looks like for me, guys. It'll be about a 1.5 to 1 RR trade. Only if we get the 1 minute close. I want to see the 1 and the 2 close together. And my target will be this low right here. So again, guys, if the body of this candle closes below this 1 minute fair value gap, I'm going to take this short. Stop to break even when this low hits. If I get stopped at break even, fine. But my ultimate target will be this low right here. Why this low? Because it's the start of a bullish fair value gap. So this is a 5 minute fair value gap. So if we are bullish on the day, this is going to completely bounce out of here. So basically, I'm looking for this as my ultimate target. So we'll see if we get it. So why do I like this trade, guys? Again, we're at 50, so we're above 50% of the new week opening gap. We have a very obvious bullish fair value gap here that a lot of people want this to work to the upside. So if we close below it, guys, again, my stop to break even will come at this low, and I will target this 5 minute fair value gap. This will be my one trade. If it's a loss, it's a loss. If it's a win, it's a win. If it's a break even trade, that gives me the opportunity to take one more trade on the day. Only if it's break even. So do you guys understand here? Right now I'm accepting the risk no matter what. I'm taking this with one NQ. So guys, who is nervous to take this short? And again, guys, I will tell you again, if you don't agree with me on a trade, do not take it, okay? Only take a trade if you have confidence in it. Have I seen this work tons of times? Yes. Have I seen it fail before? Yes. But for me, I think it's good enough where it makes sense at minimum for this low to hit. So I think this should be a break-even trade. As long as we close up here, like the body closes up here without wicking down, I think this will be a good trade. At minimum, I think it'll stop me out at break even. That is the reason I'm willing to take the risk on it. If you're nervous to take this trade, do not take it. Okay, guys, you need to have confidence in the model and the setup before you guys try something, right? Am I fully accepting the risk here? If this trade loses, am I going to cry about it? No, because I know that over 100 trades taking this setup, I will be profitable. It's all about a numbers game. All about a numbers game. I'm fully accepting the risk right now before I take this trade. And I'm looking for a set of criteria, right? If we wick down below this low, I'm not taking the trade. But if we have a body close right here without wicking this low, that is going to be my entry. Stop loss will be a close back above. Take profit will be down here. It's very simple. But we'll see if we get the opportunity to even enter, so. Because if we are bullish here, guys, this will be used to go higher. So if we end up closing below, that's my signal to go short. Like every single YouTube short I post on YouTube Shorts, this is the signal for me to enter short. Again, stop to break even at this low or this low, whichever you prefer. I prefer the first one because we are potentially bullish on the day. And yeah, that's it. Is anybody else going to take this short, or are you guys all too scared to take it? I want to know who's taking it and who's not. Who trusts the setup and who doesn't. You can type 1 if you're going to take the setup and type 2 if you're not going to take the setup. Tristan says he'll take it if we get it. I'll take it. I saw a short with it the other day. All right. Guys, and don't be afraid to say no. If it's not a setup that you like, you guys can tell me and you explain why you don't like it. Because that's super, I would love to see people saying they don't like it. Because, again, I don't want you guys just to take my setups. I want you to have confidence in your own trades. And if it's something you don't like and you can explain why you don't like it, maybe you've learned something from some of my concepts. Maybe you want to see the full new week opening gap get filled first. There's so many reasons why this would not be A+. Also, guys, crazy. One of my shorts, this is the record I've ever gotten. 12,500 views, which I'm shook on. And I got, what is this? 100, can you guys see that? What the fuck? 108 subs from one short. That's pretty crazy. Atish, I took a short at 21,425 and exited with 25 points profit. 21,425. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Very good, Atish. I mean, that's not a setup that I teach, but I guess you were anticipating a trade back into the 1 minute fair value gap, if I had to guess. You should close above the bearish trend line of the recent highs. You talking to Atish, Pepe? So guys, if you are scared of this setup, I totally understand. I think this is, I'd give this probably a 7 out of 10 with the opportunity to get stopped at break even at this low. But yeah, we have not filled the full new week opening gap, so you have to be careful. So guys, if you are risk averse, okay, if you don't understand my model fully, or, I mean, even if you understand the model, if you would prefer to see the new week opening gap filled, do not take this short. For me, I'm willing to accept the risk personally with 1 NQ. That's it. This is not a full-size trade. A full-size trade for me is 2 or 3 NQ contracts. So I'm taking this with basically a half or potentially a third of my full size position. Totally up to you guys what you do. Not to the chart, have drawn a downtrend on the recent highs at 40 and 51. So again, I want to explain the logic of this trade, guys, okay? Everybody knows that this 1 minute fair value gap is here, right? Everybody knows what a fair value gap is. So how do I look at this, okay? In my eyes, everyone that sees this fair value gap is thinking to themselves, this is bullish and it should react to go higher. So a lot of people are buying up this fair value gap. Will it work? Sometimes, yes. And this could easily push us up to fill this gap here and hit this this technical buy side, or like the gap fill from right here. But there is a chance, guys, that this ends up failing. And when it does, everybody who is long has their stop loss right here at this low. So at minimum, the algorithms should drive price down to this low to stop traders out before probably sweeping this low and then going higher. Who knows? But basically, I want to see this fair value gap fail, and that will be my signal to go short. So for those of you who want to understand kind of the logic behind the setup, that is the logic behind it. Yeah, potentially accumulating, but let's see what happens after this high gets swept. You guys see how we swept that and we just wicked? Let's see if we hold it or not. I don't know. Again, guys, I'm not a market guru with a crystal ball. I don't have to predict where the market's going to go. But if something happens that I like, that signals to me that something's going to happen, I will execute. Wow, there's 19 people in here. Guys, if you're in this stream, make sure you like it. It helps other people see it. Obviously, you guys are, because I'm getting quite a few people in here, but still. I think that's the record. 19 or 20 is the record, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can beat it today. But if I say gun to my head, guys, right now, I would say that this is the bullish move to take up to fill this new week opening gap. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. And if we do get to close below the fair value gap, this will be my one trade of the day. But good observation, Atish. Yeah, because the 50% of the gap is right here, and you can see we're kind of hovering above it. Would not be surprised to see these two lows get taken out here. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah. So let's see what happens. So you guys see how we swept these two lows, everyone that was long in this fair value gap? So let's see if we get a bullish reaction from here. I would love to see this close all the way down here. That will be my signal to go short. But so far, we're wicking, right? You don't want to front run this, guys. You want to wait for the close, because sometimes they do this, where they wick and take out these lows right here, and then they continue higher. So... okay, so we still got to wait another 60 seconds now to see what happens here. I would love to see this come up and fill this whole area and then come down. That'll be even make it even more A+. But it's so funny, guys. I had a good friend. So we have a group chat that Tom, if you guys saw him chatting earlier, his brother Okay, he's like the most basic retail trader. He's a long-term investor. He doesn't trade at all. And he was so confident today that we would have a bloody red day. He was so confident. And that is a signal to me that there's a very high chance, I even texted this to him, that the opposite is going to happen. Because when there are a lot of people that are super confident on a move in the markets, a lot of the times the algorithms will reverse the market the opposite way. Yes, Trump said some stuff about Mexico having a good call or whatever. But regardless, I think that this stuff is all kind of pre-programmed in the algorithms to stop out as many traders as possible. So you can see here we traded into the 1 minute fair value gap and we're rejecting, right? We traded into it by 1 tick here. So if we end up getting the close, guys, and we form a 1 minute OB, that's my signal to enter short here. Again, stop loss will be a close back above on the 1 minute. Stop to break even at this low, and then my full TP will be down at this low. But again, until we get a 1 minute close here, I'm not taking the trade. So an order block, guys, is if we have like a down close candle, then an up close and another down close that closes below the green candle, that becomes an order block. And it's basically used as like resistance. So are we going to get this before the wick gets swept? All right, guys, I'm in a sell here. So I'm going to put my stop on this at the order block, and my take profit is going to go down here. This is a hard stop for me, because if we're bullish in this market, this is going to completely blast through my stop loss. As soon as this low gets swept, guys, I'm moving my stop to break even. This is my one trade of the day. Again, I'm protecting my position. I'm not going to lose more than this on this. I'm letting this order block be the resistance for the market. All right, guys, that's a stop out. That's my one trade of the day. You see how it came super close to this low and then it went up? Sometimes that happens. Technically, the stop is a 1 minute close back above the fair value gap, but again, guys, I needed to protect myself. I'm not going to go crazy on a day like today. And this could still work, but again, I'm not going to go crazy on a day like this, and I'm not going to allow myself to lose a ton of money. So imagine if I took that with 3 NQs. So that was a $975 stop. With 3 NQs, that would have been $3 grand. That's crazy. So let's see what happens in this situation, okay? I got stopped out on this trade, and I kept my stop at the mean threshold of this order block to protect myself. So technically right now, guys, the stop is a 1 minute close back above this fair value gap. So let's see what happens with this candle. Are we going to completely pump here? And am I going to save myself a lot more money? Or is it just going to completely reject and it was a bad stop loss? We'll see. So you guys can see now that the 1 minute, whoops, that was a new week opening gap. The fair value gap got closed above by 1 tick, so you would have gotten stopped out of this trade without a huge wick up. Guys, losing is part of the game. Okay, you're not going to win every single trade, but most people, if they lost that amount of money in this amount of time, they would go crazy and they would go on tilt. Do you notice how my emotional state is the same as it was before? I'm not going to allow one loss to destroy my confidence and make me go on tilt and click a bunch of buttons. I told you guys already, it's a manipulated day, and I'm only taking one trade max a day. Okay, so you guys can see here now that this actually is going to be a reversal, and I think we'll probably fill this, but again, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was good because, I think this woman, it should have been used at minimum to sweep this low. We missed it by one tick, and we went up. So sometimes that happens. Like I told you guys, I've seen this setup work hundreds of times. I've seen it fail. You can rewind the tape. That's exactly what I said. I accepted the risk before we entered the trade, and that was it. Trading is a numbers game. Last week, you guys saw me make like I think it was like $1,700, right? So I know trading is a numbers game. I know that you win. I know that you lose. But the thing that separates a profitable from a non-profitable trader is the ability to step away and not click a button again. Okay, I'm not clicking another button today. It was one trade and that's it. Okay, guys, we have 20. Oh, it was 20 a second ago. Now it's 18. What do I think is going to happen now, guys? I mean, I don't even know. This is probably going to fill this new week opening gap based on this bullish reaction. I mean, could we go down now and sweep this? Yes, but this is a pretty manipulated day. Once I see a inverse for value gap fail and close above, I already know this is going to be shitty, so. So I've explained this before, guys, on lives, but another reason I love inverse for value gaps is because when one fails, okay, yes, I took this trade, yes, it was a loss. When it fails and then we end up, or I'm sorry, when it closes below and then it fails back to the upside, we know that price action is probably going to behave poorly from that point on. Because when you see inverses close below and then close back above and then potentially close back below, the market ends up going to like a seek and destroy or like a chop mode. So you guys, it basically gives you a hint as to how the market's going to behave afterwards. So especially when I see an inverse fail like this, it gives me a sign that for sure price action is not going to behave well afterwards. Can it sometimes? Yes, but oftentimes it won't. So it kind of gives you like a hint as to how the market will behave afterwards. Greg, yeah, bro, it's going to be crazy. The next 4 years, guys, is going to probably be very wild in these markets. There's millions of dollars to be made. And people are going to lose a lot and people are going to win a lot. One thing I will tell you for sure, selling puts in this market is going to be fantastic. Selling calls in this market is going to be fantastic. For people that are looking to collect premium, and I've told you guys already, the majority of my money is made through option selling and swing trading. You are going to have some very good days in the market. And for those of you guys who do not know or are not in the Discord, I've said this before, obviously, but under the premium section, my long-term ads, option selling, and swing trading, that is how I make most of my money in these markets. I make about 20% of my income through day trading, and the rest comes from those. I think this year premium from option selling is going to be wild. So that's going to be a fantastic way to make extra income. And yeah, swing trading should print too. So day trading as well. I mean, day trading is a great opportunity to make money, but especially in the next 4 years, guys, you have to be super, super, super disciplined. Okay, just buying calls and expecting the market to moon, it's probably not going to work. Maybe, who knows? But I think there's going to be a ton of volatility to the upside and to the downside. Evan, why can't I find NQ on my charts? Are you on TradingView, Evan? Yeah, and TOS. So on TradingView, you need /NQ. I mean, on TOS, on Thinkorswim, /NQ, like this. On TradingView, you just type in NQ. So if you just type in NQ like this, and then you want the H contract, okay? Because right now we're in the March contract from January to the end of March. And then in the start of April, we'll start with the June contract. Okay. So you guys see how we closed below the inverse, now we're closing back above it. This signifies to me, again, this is like kind of shitty PA. Yes, this could be accumulation to go higher, but right now there's nothing that I see, guys. Nothing that I see. I do want to look at one thing, guys. 1 second. Oh, Evan, did that make sense? Sorry, I didn't know if you responded to that. Did you find it on your NQ charts, on your TOS and your TradingView? Guys, I figured out why I lost. I figured out why I lost the trade. Look behind me. I accidentally left the light bar on red. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, that's a big problem. Hold on. All right, I left the light bar on red, so I have to change it to green, right? All right, there we go. That's what guys, the light bar was on red. I have to be on green mode. That's so stupid of me. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. God damn it. Guys, if you ever see me trade in the morning and the light bar is on red, okay? You need to give me a heads up right away, because that's the omen right there. That is what causes it's an immediate loss. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm looking for equal highs here, guys. I don't see anything yet. Yeah, guys, please give me a warning, okay? And then like, so green, obviously I'll get a green trade, but if we end up going to purple, guys, or whatever, I mean, we can do like a crazy like switch up like this, but if we end up on purple, that's Enigma mode. So what that basically means is anything that you take is a win. Okay, so for now we'll keep it on green because I don't want you guys to win too much, right? I don't want you to be tired of winning in this live stream, right? If you're tired of winning, then what's the point? Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we just slow grind up here. I don't know. Again, this is a no man's land section of the market. I took an opportunity that I deemed not A plus. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was an A. Okay, it wasn't A plus, but I accepted the risk, and now I get to sit and enjoy the rest of my day. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna cry about a loss. We let the market play out, and if something excellent presents itself, I will alert it in the Discord. But until then, nothing. And again, I'm not taking anything else, guys. That was one trade on a funded account, and that's it. If you guys really, really, really want to gamble, which I do not suggest at all, I do think, again, gun to my head, I think that this new week opening gap is likely to fill. So I would not be surprised to see this go all the way up. But I got it on TOS, but it's not coming up on TradingView. Again, guys, type in under your symbol search NQ. NQ. And then you can click the drop down on NQ, and it will bring you what you need. Or you can type in NQH 2025 to get the specific one you're looking for. You don't on TradingView, you don't need the /. Just type it in as it is. What a crazy run, guys. Who would have known that this would have happened, huh? Mexico talking about how they had a good call with Trump. And you guys don't realize, so I think Trump had an interview yesterday, and he was just talking about how we can play the game for longer than Canada or Mexico can play the game. You guys don't realize how much leverage the United States has on all of these other countries. He's probably searching on stocks. I don't know what that means, guys. Use this on TradingView, guys. Why is it cut off? Hold on. Oh, I'm using a software called Daytrade Dash, and their charts are powered by TradingView. Yeah, then I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Unfortunately, Evan, I don't know Daytrade Dash. But somehow you need to type in either /NQ or NQ in the search bar that you're given. Unless Daytrade Dash doesn't offer NQ futures. That's possible. But I don't know. It depends on the country you're in. Depends if you're using a prop firm. I don't know what you're using to trade. So it's hard for me to say what that would be. Wow, guys, 21 people in the stream. Wow, I am blown away. Just a few months ago, guys, there was like 1 or 2 people in here. I don't know how it's growing like this, but I am grateful. And I'm so happy that people are learning and understanding stuff. Yeah. I appreciate every single one of you that's in here. So guys, you see how I explained that the market will probably slow down and be choppy here? Nothing is happening here. Now, could we push? Obviously, but again, guys, wait for something that's actually A plus to form in the charts. Nothing here is A plus. This was the only setup I saw that was remotely good, and obviously it closed above, and so it was a loss. It's fine. Evan, are you trading with a prop firm? Is that what Daytrade Dash is, or is that just a software? How's the rest of the market doing now? Wow, we just missed sell-side liquidity on Tesla. Generally, what else is doing well? Hims, Enphase, let's go! Okay, guys, so this is... Whoa! What's going on with Enphase? Sorry for screaming. We sold puts on Enphase, the $65 puts, and now this is probably pretty nicely green. Let's check my accounts. I love selling options, guys. Let's fucking go. Okay, we're up 13% on those options. I am hyped. All right. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the new week opening gaps again. Is anybody else in this chat in Enphase? It's Ross Cameron software. It has scanners, charts, and news built into one platform. I don't know who Ross Cameron is. So guys, if I were you, okay, if you guys don't want to sit at the charts all day, again, if I was not live streaming right now, guys, I would be off the charts here. This is not A plus setup, A plus price action. I would wait for this 5 minute to get rebalanced. Now, again, if we end up closing back below this 5, guys, I would not be surprised if this ends up getting swept. But I would honestly wait until the 5 minute gets closed below and then maybe see if you can get an A plus setup back to the upside. But yeah, nothing A plus here that I see so far. Yeah. Look at this group chat, guys. Ophir is actually... Oh, shoot. Yeah, my name's Ophir, if you guys didn't know. He says, Ophir is actually no joke, professional yapper. You have to yap to be able to be a live streamer, right? Man. Oh. All right, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do. There's a macro time at 11:50. After 12:10, guys, I'm gonna be off for the day, and I will join. I'll give some alerts in the Discord if anything comes up. I still would not be surprised, guys, if we end up rejecting here and coming back down to this 5 minute fair value gap from earlier. Again, could be completely reverse the upside, obviously, but I want to see this low get swept. So I'm going to stay on again until 12:10, until the end of the 12:10 macro. For those of you who are new to TradingView 2, these macro times are typically when price delivers. So another reason I like this 1 minute inverse, even though it lost, was we were in a macro time, we swept buy side, and we had obvious sell side below. So you can see in the macro time we did get a clean delivery, but it didn't deliver all the way to the target, and that was where the trade got stopped out. But normally the macro times do deliver to where they need to go. So this indicator is called ICT macros by Cognito. You can take a screenshot of all these macro times. But like the algorithms in the market, whether or not you want to believe there's algorithms, I'm telling you there are computer codes that help run the markets and help deliver price. These are the times when movement happens. And if you take a trade within these macros, you are more likely to have success over time. So give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's see if I was right, guys. Woo! Would not be surprised again to see delivery to this low. And again, is there an A+ setup here? No. Look at this leg of price, guys. Do you see any fair value gaps in here? Do you see any fair value gaps? No, you don't. So is there a setup here? No. Learn to be content with not clicking a button. There's a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here. If we close above it, would not be surprised if we deliver up here. Again, would I take this? No. Is this A+? No. Are we delivering from anything? No. We're delivering from the 50% of the new week opening gap, but that's not enough of a PD array for me to want to take a long. So I have a question, guys. Did anyone take this short with me? Did anyone lose? Is anybody sad about taking this short? And you guys can be honest, okay? If you took this, let me know. And let me know how you're feeling. If you didn't take it because you didn't like it, by all means, congratulations. And you didn't lose. But I'm just curious for those who did take it. Are you feeling any emotions right now? How does it make you feel that you lost a trade? Some of you might have just said, you know what, I'm holding this. And you could have gotten smoked. And luckily, maybe you're close to break even right now. But for those of you who actually followed your risk management principles and you closed the trade out, are you sad? Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? I would say if you took this trade, guys, and you feel bad, you have to learn how to train yourself to feel good about following your trading plan. Okay, so it looks like we're about to close above this 1 minute. Let's see. Okay, so far no close above. Wow, nobody took that? Dude, end phase is ripping. Look at this. Wow, that looks amazing. So guys, in theory, if this closes above, yes, we're not delivering from anything A+. But if we close above this, I would not be surprised to see this high hit and then to see us continue higher. Would I take this? Hell no, this is not A+. But nonetheless, it is a setup. I would honestly wait for the 3 if I were you. If you're going to take this. We got 2 minutes left until the close, but I would never take this, guys. Never, ever. Ah, so boring. So you can see we're rejecting. We're rejecting from this 1 minute gap. Could this be the delivery that takes us down? Absolutely. Is there a setup? No, but pay attention to what happens in this 1 minute gap. We got 30 seconds until the candle close here. The 2 minute has not closed above. The 3 minute has not closed above either. So let's see here. Okay, so the 3 minute. Oh, no close above. Look at that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Oh, sorry, guys. It closes at 39. Might be. So if I were you and I was looking for a long setup, I would wait for the 3 minute. I would not be taking this on the 1 minute. Oh. How's ES doing today? Wow, same exact thing. ES has not filled its new week opening gap either. Nvidia reacting bullishly from its sell side. How's AMD doing? Okay, AMD actually, this is still a good ad zone in my opinion, so I will alert in the Discord obviously, but if you are here and you want a long-term position, I'm giving you guys some secret sauce. Though a lot of you probably know about AMD. It's trading into its monthly fair value gap here. I have an alert when it hits 111. I think it might have done it in the pre-market. It came close. It got to 112. If this ends up going to 111, guys, this is where I'm going to add quite a lot more into AMD. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Occidental Petroleum is at a great spot too. We're in the close to the mean threshold of the 3-month fair value gap. So I'm going to be adding quite heavily once we get down into the 40s. And yeah. So 39 just hit. So again, guys, woo, no 3-minute close here. We're gonna have to wait until 42 now in order to take this setup. But again, I'm not taking this, guys. I'm just saying, if you want something to target this buy side and hold up here, you can try this. Definitely high risk, not delivering from anything A+. Nonetheless, we should probably go up to this high if this 3-minute closes above. What do you guys think? Should we try this on a paper trading account? Because again, we're done for the day. Okay, let me log into paper trading quick. Guys, look how much paper money I have. Does anyone else have this much paper money to buy paper Lambos? Doesn't look like we're even going to get a 3-minute close above here anyways. Wow, I cannot wait to get off the charts right now, guys. This is so bad. This is terrible PA. Do yourselves a favor if you're in here and you still haven't taken a trade today. I would definitely advise you get off the charts. There is a 1-minute inverse here. Will this work to the downside? Who knows? This is not A+. We're not delivering. We didn't sweep any buy-side liquidity here. Could this work? Yes, because we swept these two highs with this candle here. But nothing I would take personally. Can try it if you want, right? Entry here, stop loss at this wick high, take profit down at the 5-minute low. I don't think it's A+, but you can try it. All right, guys, this is getting ridiculously boring, so I think I'm going to get off right here. We did see this 1-minute inverse here. If this closes below, I would not be surprised, again, guys, if we sweep this low and then this low. So if you're in this, or if you want to be in this, wait for this close, and then move your stop to break even when this low hits. Would I take this? Personally, no, but that's up to you. If I see anything A+, guys, later on in the day, again, for those of you who are not in the Discord or if you're new, under the live alert section, you will see all the live alerts that I call. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the Discord, all right? Have a great rest of your day.